This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, run them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineup, and see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. A week removed from having the win stolen away from him at Daytona, AJ Allmendinger able to claim victory at Auto Club on Saturday. Ty Gibbs, Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier, and Kaz Grala making up the top 5. Trevor Bayne, first Xfinity start since 2016, able to grab a top 10. Austin Hill, the winner at Daytona, ends up in the 16th position. And troubles for Jeb Burton and Josh Berry, mechanical issues, going to send them out of the race early. And now we move on to the Sunday Cup feature. A wild practice and qualifying session has these drivers on edge trying to keep their machines clean. Austin Cindric, the Daytona 500 champion, on the pole, the green flag out in California. Well, Cindric had the speed and stability to grab the pole yesterday, but it looks like he's got some early race jitters as Eric Jones and Denny Hamlin blow right by him. Looks like Hamlin's going to lead the first lap. As far as average finish goes, Chase Elliott doing the best so far at this racetrack. However, he has not earned a victory here before. Average is about 9th place. Kyle Busch, a 4-time winner at this racetrack, 9.6 for him. At the moment, Busch running in the 2nd position. Most recently won here in 2019, also the site of his first Cup victory back in 2005, and he's the only multi-time winner in the field today. A few problems for Kurt Busch heading into this race. Car failed tech inspection 3 times. He did not get to make a qualifying lap, which turns out it was a little bit of the case for a lot of the drivers today, so several big names starting from the back of the field. Kurt Busch and his teammate Bubba Wallace have their work cut out for him today. Kevin Harvick also started near the back after crashing in practice. But look at him, he has already made his way up into the top 10. And he's got a few of those here at this racetrack and now trying to battle Chase Elliott going for the 8th position. Little bit of contact here in turn 1. BJ McLeod going off the front end of Kyle Busch, who was running 3rd at the time. So the 78 will go around and that'll bring out our first caution of the day. Now riding on board Busch as we head down the front stretch. Looks like Kyle Larson will have the advantage here. Martin Truex Jr. working his way up the field. Ranks 4th among the drivers in today's race in terms of laps led. Just 1 behind Kevin Harvick. And it looks like it's a smooth sailing for Kyle Larson. After that restart, they had pit stops there and looks like they made the right adjustments, and that will grab a stage victory for Larson, followed by Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr. making up the top 5. Tyler Reddick able to grab the last spot. So now we head to stage 2, riding on board Kurt Busch. It looks like he's gained a few positions under pit stops. Now up to the 8th position. We'll talk about a driver who's had a great week. Rookie Austin Cindric grabbing the victory in the Daytona 500. Then he comes out to the other side of the country and he grabs the pole. Unfortunately, that speed has not held up. He's trying to work his way back into the top 10, but as it stands, he's locked into the playoffs, so nothing to worry about for the rest of the regular season. Alex Bowman trying to see if he can find his way back into victory lane, the most recent winner at this racetrack when we were in this race back in 2020. No race in 2021. Here's a driver we'll give some props to, Cole Custer. Not having a great day right now, but yesterday went pretty well for him. He grabbed a victory in the Xfinity race. First Xfinity win for owner Bobby Dotter. We got a spin over here in turns 3 and 4, and Josh Bilicki goes off the front end of the 48 car. Pretty much in the same fashion that we saw McLeod go off the front end of Kyle Busch over in the other side of the track. That will bring out a caution. And now we get back to the grain. Denny Hamlin with Ryan Blaney on his outside. Understand Garrett Smithley has dropped out with a mechanical issue during that caution period. And here comes Kyle Larson. He's charging back to the front. Pit stops, adjustments. Kyle Larson is doing well with them as he takes the stage victory once again. Hamlin, Keselowski, Logano, and Truex Jr. making up the top 5 there. Now we come into this 70-lap stretch. There's going to be at least one more pit stop. Interestingly enough, no one except for a few drivers took pit stops underneath this caution, and it looks like it's going to play out to the guys who did take the pit stop, and that would be Chase Elliott, who is charged from the back of this group all the way to the front with fresh tires. Cole Custer, we understand, is also a part of that group. Oh, problems here for Denny Hamlin. He's slow when he's going to the apron. And it sounds like he's got a terminal problem on his race car. He had led the most laps in this race so far, and now it looks like the 11 car is done for. Still plenty of time left in the regular season, but after finishing 37th at Daytona, already in a big points hole. Saw off the front end of Kyle Larson that Cole Custer had worked his way into second using that same strategy that Elliott had, but clearly not going quite as fast. Kyle Larson is going to be one of the first to come down and get their final stop. Chase Elliott really worked his way out to a lead, and Larson hoping that he can get some tires on to catch up, make up time with the rubber. Looks like Elliott's going to come down about 10 laps later, and it turns out that he is going to stay out in front, still in front of Kyle Larson as it stands, and now Elliott has the fresher rubber. Problems here for Austin Dillon. He's got problems with his engine. Going down the front stretch, it's a long way back to pit lane from here. It looks like we will stay green. Dillon will make it around eventually. Keselowski riding in the third position, kind of the source of controversy at Daytona, found himself in a lot of accidents, usually as the pusher. A lot of people were not happy with his aggression on the super speedway, but finished 9th, trying to see if he can build on that. Looks like we got a problem for Chase Briscoe, slow on the high side of the racetrack. Oh, and he looks like he's going to go right in front of Ty Dillon. He spins, and right in front of the leader, Chase Elliott. And big contact! Ryan Blaney right into him. Double rollover. Eric Almirola as well. Both cars flipping down the backstretch. And I'm not sure why Blaney came in there so late, hit the 14 car, but he managed to roll it over, and then Eric Almirola plowed into him and also went for a roll. And now we are in a green-white checkered situation. Chase Elliott did not want to see that. He had a great lead going for him. Now Kyle Larson battling him for the lead going down into turn 1. Looks like Elliott's going to prevail by a wide margin. And he is well clear of the 5 car, and it looks like Martin Truex Jr. trying to fight to the inside for second. Elliott coming to the white flag. Truex Jr. now in the second place, trying to track down Elliott. Harvick and Larson side by side for third. Elliott was a 2-time winner last year, both on road courses. He hasn't won on an oval since he claimed the 2020 title at Phoenix. And right now he is on pace to get that victory, which will be his first at Fontana. Truex Jr. trying to follow him, trying to grab the draft, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he's going to have enough power to get there. Coming off of the final corner, Elliott clear by over half a second. Down the front stretch he comes, and Elliott is going to win here at Fontana. Checkered flag going to the 9 car, and that is the earliest that Chase Elliott has won into a season, second race of the year. And Elliott now going to be locked into the playoffs. Martin Truex Jr. will claim second place, Harvick in third. Larson looked like he had a pretty strong car, won the first 2 stages, and then ended up finishing 4th for him. Brad Keselowski will round out the top 5. Cole Custer utilized the same strategy as Chase Elliott, just didn't have the speed to keep up with him. However, he will parlay that into a top 10 finish. Great coming off the Xfinity victory. Daytona 500 winner Austin Cindric's going to end up finishing 12th. Pretty solid finish for him. A couple drivers that had to start at the back, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, they were able to work their way up into a top 20 finish. Looking a little further back, struggles for a few guys making their first full-time seasons, like Harrison Burton and Todd Gilliland. Several laps down for them. Tyler Reddick was involved in that last accident. And also, along with Eric Almirola, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, mechanical issues, they are going to fall way back in the point standings. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.